Hello and welcome to the Quingo channel. I am Jason, your host. Let's talk about the Quingo. The Quingo Toura Mark II. This is my new scooter and hopefully the scooter I will have for many, many years. Mobility scooters are very like buying a car. You can buy one and stick with it for a long time. The only reason I didn't stick with the Maxa is the Maxa didn't have the features that the Quingo has. For one thing, let's go through the main reasons for that. Max range on a Quingo Maxa is 35 miles, and that is if it's brand new, factory built, both batteries and motor and everything's one of the. Mine is from 2008, was from 2018, and therefore it was an older type. It was still in good condition, but in a good quality setup. So there was that. The Quingo, 55 miles, and it has regenerative braking, so some of that energy that you're moving along when the brakes come on goes back into the battery, so you can actually end up doing quite a distance on the Quingo Toura Mark II. It has special safety features that no other system has. For example, if I am traveling at 8 miles an hour on the road and I try to turn a corner fast, it will sense this and slow the vehicle down, so I don't go beyond its turning and I won't tip over. It does that automatically. It has always on LED running lights, front and back, for high visibility. This isn't really a waste of electricity because they're only LED lights and therefore they're very efficient. And so the moment you turn it on, the two lights at the bottom of the unit at the front and the red lights at the back come on, and they stay on for higher visibility. You can't start a Quingo if the seat's in the wrong position. Basically, the seat is amazing. Let me just pause this and get a picture of the seat. The Quingo Toura Mark II is called basically an armchair with wheels. It is one of the most comfortable. It's got memory foam both on the armrests, and the actual back and the top, and the thing is, there's a world of difference between sitting on a Maxa and sitting on this. Basically, sitting on this, you don't even feel like you're sitting on something. It's that comfortable. But let's say you can move it to the side, you can move it back, you can swivel it out so you can get out of it. But if you haven't locked it in the driving position, or if you pushed it too far back and it's the center of gravity or turning and that can be affected, it will actually, when you turn it on, it does a self-test and it will start beeping at you and will not let you move until you've fixed the position of the chair. These are amazing little things. This is the panel. It's got it's got a horn on either side, just in case you're someone who's lost an arm or doesn't have full function in one arm, so you can get to the horn from both sides. It's got very industrial looking. It's got one of these lever controls. So on the left hand side, you pull it towards you where it says at the back, and it will go in reverse. The right hand side, if you pull it towards you, you will go forward. Now, the thing is this, it has got, it is completely really balanced, that is. So what happens is, you can put your hands on those two, on the actual steering wheel there, and then use the tip of your thumb, just the tip of your thumb, to touch that flat bit that you're seeing near the centre on either side, and you can control it just by touching with your thumb. You go fast or go slow, and it's got automatic braking, of course, and it's got backup emergency brake. It can go up to about, well, it can easily do the 8 miles per hour. And it gets up there really fast. If you need the speed, it does get there really fast. I mean, it is really amazing how fast this thing goes when you turn it on. It accelerates really fast. Got very good posture and comfortable thing because it's got footrests that are maneuverable and you can position it, and you can. It looks clunky. It looks kind of industrial when you look at it, because it is function over form. It is definitely let me properties. Let's see if I can find. This is the front wheel. Now this has a design that in fact, it's the only 5-wheel design. What this means is this. That central wheel is your main wheel on the front, and it allows you to turn in the same way as you would if you were on a 3-wheel scooter. This can turn pretty much almost on its own axis. It's got a really tight turning, far better than the Max. The Max had a really wide turning compared to this. This can turn basically around itself. And what happens is this: those 2 side wheels are controlled by a system within it, which means that when you turn, one side goes down into the turn, the other side lifts up. So you angle even further into a turn, but you're completely stable. You've got the stability of a 4-wheel scooter, but with the maneuverability of a 3-wheel. It's really amazing how this works. So that's the Quingo Tour. It has a range of 55 miles, and I'm going to have a few add-ons put on it because it's raining today and I might not be able to go out on it. I want to go out on it. I don't want the rain. I have enough things stopping me from leaving the house. I don't want the weather in the UK to stop me, because we know what the weather's like. In the UK, it can be very changeable. So I'm going to order a canopy. Quingo come out and fit it themselves. I'm going to have the rear-facing camera. It has a rear-facing camera you can have connected to it that will always be on when you're on there, so that you can see what's going on. And I'm going to have the handlebar heating system put on it to make it the most ultimate piece of thingy I can have. I'm really looking forward to going out on this and testing it and seeing where it can go in that. I got a part exchange on my old one. I got £700 part exchange. You got to remember, to buy a Quingo. In fact, I'll show you on the side. I'll show you just how expensive to buy new one of these are, because we are not talking. They are the top. Okay, so if we go to here, go to this, and we go to a Quingo. We want to go to the website where you can buy. Okay, so we're going with toura, and we put the buy now on the toura. Okay, so I'm going to shock you now. I am going to shock you now with this price. So let me just pause this while I set it up. Okay, so that's how much a brand new Quingo will cost you. And if you want the extras like heated handlebar grips, high capacity water resistant front shopping box, which I have, if you want the canopy on it, you are talking £8,273. This is not a small amount of money, and it is beyond most people. This is the top tier of, this is the absolute top tier of these. They don't make many of them, and everyone has a serial number and its manufacturing date and everything. And they are the most engineered and best you can get anywhere. So, how much did I pay for mine? Remember, mine was never taken. It's got 73 miles on it, but those 73 miles were basically once it had gone in. It was manufactured in 2021. It was delivered to the customer in 2022. He never got to ride it, and it was kept in storage for about 9 months and then it was bought back by Quingo and then handed to the reseller Scootability, who are fucking amazing. They really are, the people at Scootability are. And they did the full 121 point check on it because it's got the full check, and when they checked it there was a few issues with it because it had been standing for so long, which they fixed. But the point is, like you said, the battery and the motor hasn't been driven in yet. Even though it's a 2021 model, it has not been out there, and the motor and everything needs to settle in, and the batteries will get better as they're used more. It was going to be £3,600. Now, I got £700 knocked off for my Maxer, £2,900. Now, we also got a really nice sweet deal because as part of the deal, I get free 2-year warranty, free 1 year's full insurance, free full breakdown cover for a year, roadside assist or thingy where they will come and pick you up, free dead battery. If I go out and my battery goes dead, twice a year, free, they will come out and charge it for me, or they will get me home. All these things are brilliant. The insurance company and everything is amazing for it. That all cost £723. But as part of the deal that I did we had Scootability, amazing. They dropped the price. So even though I paid £2,900 for it, but that's how much it was going to be for me. And it was all this insurance and that. I went on to the phone call with the insurance company, and for those years coverage, for the warranty and for everything, it's 700 and something pounds. So I paid that out of my account, and then they took that off the cost of the actual thingy. So I actually got the scooter for 2,200 plus whatever it was thingy. So 2,900 in total, but I got all those extras, peace of mind for 2 years, complete warranty, all of that stuff. So getting something like this for that price is amazing. Like I said, I got the money because I sold a couple of items. I sold my NAS and a few other things, doing all this stuff to be able to afford it. And so that is how I've got it. And it's freaking amazing. It is. Got a complete security system built into it. So don't have to worry about anybody trying to steal it. To put this in perspective, it's over 200 kilograms. And because it's serial numbered and everything, it's not something that everybody could just take. And again, the market for them is so small that you couldn't really get rid of one. So yes, the Quingo Toura 2 is mine. And it's raining outside, and I wish it wasn't, because I'd be out right now on it. I can already tell that this is going to be even more of a safe space for me, because I know all the technical stuff to do with it. I know the work. This is British made, and that can mean a bad thing or a good thing. But these Quingo are like the top tier of over-engineered. They really are. So yeah. It even has a proper seatbelt that actually retracts, whereas the Maxa has a seatbelt, but it's just there and it's loose and you have to just put it together and alter the size of that. No. The Quingo has a proper seatbelt in a little retractable thing here that you pull out, plug in. Yeah. So yeah. It's also got high capacity batteries. And yes, I want to be out in it today, and I can't. You can also get spare parts and that for it all, but it's, like I said, it's covered for pretty much covered for 2 years, and at that point in time, I'll be able to extend that warranty. So I am very, very happy with this. I am going to just have to call them up later when they're open and find out about getting someone to come and do all the bits and pieces that I want done to it. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I mean, there's one more thing I'll say about the Quingo Toura 2. It's too much of a scooter for most people. I knew I'd be able to handle it because of the Maxa. This thing will go anywhere. It can take a maximum of 35 stone. Now, stones is the UK, I don't know why we... Okay, 35 stone is 222 kilograms. And if we... let me just... let me change to... Let's just go and check on the continue with recommended 35. Okay. Come on. £490. This thing can take £490. And I know for certainty from talking to the people that have had a Quingo that that's just a guide. They've stuck a freaking trailer on the back and been able to pull it with this damn things. That's the thing. It is too much for a lot of people because it's got such a lot of power. And for some people, I could tell when I took it round the cemetery, the big hills and that, and the cemetery and that, and I could tell that the engine, which is a 64 watt, 650 watt, 4-pole design, has so much oomph in it that you will just go, you can very easily overthink it. For example, the lower gear goes up to about 6 miles an hour. The higher gear goes up to about 9 miles an hour. Of course, you would only use the 9 mile an hour setting if you were on a off-road situation, which this handles off-road amazingly. So yeah, that is the Quingo Toura Mark II. My mobile safe space. And I am so happy about it. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.